Everyone. Welcome to the Let's Get Loud podcast. This is a solo podcast episode with I must say, I feel like I listened back to my podcast the other day and it didn't have good sound. Is that happening? Can you guys let me know? Send me a DM. Okay, everyone. Happy Friday. It's Friday. It's the Friday before the children go back to school. And I don't know about you, but I am so ready. Listen, I love summer, but I love the routine of school. I might be changing my mind once we get into the hustle bustle of lunches and just like fall activities. Football is in full effect already. The girls are going to do basketball, and the girls are going to middle school this year, so they're excited to try out for a school sports team. So it's gonna be busy. It's gonna be busy. The thing I love most about summer, I think, is the slow mornings, the ability to wake up. The kids wake up, later than me. I get up, I do my thing, but not rushing to get out the door. That is my absolute favorite. But I'm ready. I'm ready to be in my home all by myself. I'm ready to be in my office all by myself. I'm just ready for the new season. I left my house this morning at 7 a.m. and it was chilly. Like I could have used a sweater. It was chilly. So we had a great week this week, really just chill over here, kind of getting ready, doing last minute stuff for back to school. I did a ton of walking. My shoulders feeling a lot better. I don't know where I was at last week, but my shoulders feeling so much better. Haven't gone to the gym yet, but next week I'll be all set. I've just been doing my walks without my weighted vest to just give my shoulder a little bit of a break. But what is super exciting right now is on Monday. So Monday, September 1st. What is sexier than a September 1st on a Monday? We are going to start at Your Way Weight Loss, a 20-day reset. So I have the document right here. If you're watching on YouTube, it's all printed out. And what this is going to look like is, and who is this for? It's really for people that are just looking to reconnect. Okay. I'll tell you what this is not. This is not 75 days hard. This is not me telling you what to do and you failed if you haven't done it perfectly. Perfect is not the goal. Consistent is the goal. Okay. I want to make that abundantly clear because, someone said to me, oh, I wanted to start, but like I'm going away or summer's not, my vacation's not over. I'm going to a party. Guys, it's okay. I'm not expecting perfection. I'm going to be away during the 20-day reset as well. It doesn't mean, but it's funny when you really start to think about it, you're like, I could actually still do most of those things, if not all of those things, while I'm away. Now, do I want to choose to do those things or not is a different question, but they are accessible to me. So I just don't want you guys to not take part in this just because you feel like you're not ready. Maybe you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have, September 1st, it's still a holiday. It's the last day of vacation of summer. I don't have special food in my fridge. You don't need special food in your fridge to do this. Okay. You do not need special food. So here's what the 20-day reset's going to look like. So first of all, I put a spot here for just to track anything you want for 20 days. So starting September 1st to September 20th. Um, and it can be your weight, it could be the number of steps you took, it could be how you felt, whatever you want. That this is for you to figure out that very first page. And let's talk about lose weight, okay? So if you guys are listening and you're like, no, I really want to lose weight during this 20 days, let's do that. Like, let's get you a little kickstart to your fall weight loss goals. Let's go. I'm here for that. A pep talk coming though about what that needs to look like. I was having a conversation with a friend and she was like, I want to lose 5 pounds, but I don't know how many calories to eat. And I said, okay, you don't need to know how many calories. You don't need to count your calories. I said, how could you consume less energy than you're currently consuming? Like, what are the things you could do? And she was like, well, I could have a smaller snack at night. I could, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, see, you've already identified tons of ways for you to consume less energy without any conversation of a number. Because if you're trying to create weight loss, you need to consume less energy and you're currently consuming. Instead of looking at the number, look at your habits, look at your life, look at your choices. That's where we want to make the change. I'm actually going to my Instagram because yesterday I asked people And I'm going to give you guys some ideas on what they could do to consume less energy. Okay. And let's see. Okay. So planning your snacks, only eating when hungry, having smaller portions, one evening snack every night instead of eating like an asshole all evening. I love the honesty there. Stop boredom snacking. So my whole point here is you don't need a number. Okay. So as you guys are going into this 20-day reset, and maybe you're like, but I didn't like calculate my calories and I didn't meal prep and I blah, blah, blah. You don't need to. We're looking at habits and lifestyle as always. Okay. So how could you consume less energy? I think it would be great if you did a brain download and you were like, okay, I'm going to think about my day. I'm going to write everything down. So I could measure the creamer in my coffee. I could just portion things better. I no random scrappy extra bites. Reduce my nighttime snacking. Like there's so many ways, or more energy out is also a part of that formula, right? Go for a longer walk, add a exercise class to my regular routines. There's all kinds of ways that you could get more energy out. So that's your pep talk about calorie deficit. And if you want to lose weight, you just need to create a calorie deficit and how you do that is consuming less energy than you're currently consuming. And I do not want you guys to look at a number. I want you to look at your choices, your lifestyle, and your habits and identify areas where if you made changes, it would result in less energy in your body, which would result in you creating calorie deficit, which would result in weight loss. So how this 20-day reset is going to work is you actually have a page per day, okay? Now, I heard you guys loud and clear when it came to journaling, and you guys were like, I don't know what to write. So I have a different prompting journaling question every single day with the intention to bring you from summer life to fall life. So on September 21st at Your Way Weight Loss, we're starting a new program on how to align your habits with your goal. So for example, have you guys ever seen yourself, you're eating like an asshole at night, like that person said, and you're like, why do I keep doing this? I want to lose weight, but I keep choosing this. What we're going to do is teach you how to align what you want with what you do, okay? Through habit change and through some mindset work, of course. So that's happening on the 21st. So basically, this 20-day reset is taking you from the 1st to the 20th. So it's the perfect bridge. It's the perfect way to get you there. And I created my prompting questions intentionally to take you along that path. So the very first one is, what is my why for this reset? And what do I want to feel like in 20 days? Everyone listening, I want you guys to close your eyes right now. And I want you to think about how it would feel to give yourself some attention for the next 20 days, to give yourself some love, to show up for yourself. How would that feel? Okay? That's what we're going to do for the first day. And then every single day I actually leave a spot for you to kind of like figure out your day. So, what does my today look like for me? Like, do you have appointments? Are you going to work? Do you have to drive kids places? What is on my to-do list? So maybe you're like, I have to get that laundry put away. Is that on your list? Write it down. What appointments, activities do I have? How will I set up my day to support my reset pillars? So I'm going to explain to you guys in a minute what the reset pillars are. But basically, it's what you're doing for the 20-day reset. And you're not just going to be like, I'm going to go for a walk a day, an hour walk a day. Well, but then I'm going to ask you, how are you going to do that? So you have to think before the day starts. I'm going to do that at lunch today, or I'm going to fit that in. I'm going to drop my kid off at football practice and I'm going to do my walk then. Like, we need to be thinking and planning and intentional in order to be consistent with these pillars. So there's 4 pillars that we're going to work on resetting, and I want you to choose one area from each pillar, and you are in charge of the pillar. Okay? You are in charge. You choose what you focus on. When I was creating this 20-day reset, I was like, I want to be a little bit strict with them. I want to get them out of their comfort zone. I want them to give themselves the opportunity to experience what it feels like to not eat like an asshole, what it feels like to get off the couch and go for a walk more than once. I want to push them out of their comfort zone, but I don't want to tell them what to do. I want you to set your reset pillars. So you're going to choose one under the category of nutrition. You're going to choose one under the category of movement, And these are things that you're going to attempt to do or focus on doing or intentionally, do daily. So this is something that I want you to be doing daily. Mindset work and lifestyle. So let me explain a little bit more of each one. And actually, going to my Instagram, I asked people yesterday what they were going to do for theirs. So I think that would probably be pretty helpful for us to figure out. So, nutrition pillar. So someone wrote protein. Here's what I really want to make abundantly clear too for this is if you're setting a goal of consuming more protein, that's like not specific enough. Because if you get to the end of the day and you're like, did I consume more protein? So I would want you to say, like, have 30 grams of protein at breakfast, or have 20 grams of protein with my snack, or have 120 grams of protein in total, whatever you want to do. When you set your reset pillar, I want you to make sure that it's so clear whether you achieved it or not. Like, you shouldn't be like, did I do that? Didn't I do that? Like, it needs to be really clear. Protein is another one. Lower my portions, so skimming off the top. Whole foods, so eat more whole foods. So I guess really like define that for yourself. Someone said less junk food. Define that. What does that look like for you? And I know it's tricky, but like think about how many portions of junk food, we don't say that around here, nutrient deficient, highly processed food, do you consume daily? And don't judge yourself. We're curiosity, not judgment. Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? So say I'm going to have one portion of highly processed food daily. Like, really be specific so it feels clear to you. So my personal goals for nutrition are 140 grams of protein a day. And what I do is I just count my protein and I plan ahead my protein, and then I fill in the rest depending on my hunger, what I'm doing that day. And again, it's not perfect. It's not going to be perfect. If I'm going out to eat that day, I'm not going to know how many grams of protein. I can still choose a protein centric meal, but I'm not going to over stress about it not being perfect. Okay. All right. So then the next pillar is movement. Okay. Do not say you're going to go move your body every single day if you currently do not move your body. If that's you, say 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Like, please set yourself up for success. The goal here is to push yourself out of your comfort zone. It's to get you in a position where maybe then come September 1st, since you've been doing a little bit of movement, then you're ready to like really step it up, and you know what you like and you know what you don't like. So please set yourself up for success. So I love this one. Increase my daily steps by 1,000 steps. Love that one. That's super clear, super accessible, super attainable. Love, love, love. Someone wrote weights, park a little further from work. Amazing. That's something you can do every single day. Easy peasy. Okay. So that's movement. Mind. I want you guys to do something for your mind. Is it journaling? Is it meditating? Is it getting your face in the sunshine? Is it reading a self-help book? Is it having a conversation with a friend? Is it doing yoga? Maybe that's not movement for you. That's for your mind, depending on what yoga you're doing. So find something to do for your mind. So I have people here say, right, journal, journal, journal. I love journaling. And technically filling this in is journaling. So if you just fill in this sheet every single day, you've checked off your mind. I think that's pretty amazing. You could listen to a podcast, an uplifting podcast. Like, there's so much you could do for your mind. Okay. All right. Next thing is lifestyle. So this is things like alcohol, water, screen time, things that are not really related to calories in, calories out, but it's more just like your overall lifestyle, vitamins. So and just pick one that you want to do every single day. So someone said reduce screen time at night and replace it with reading. So I would want you to be specific. So like sleep could be one of your lifestyle. So for this person, I would say like turn off the TV by 10, turn off by 9. Where are you at? Okay. You need to be really specific. No processed food. That's hard like that's a hard one. And processed is a spectrum. That's basically everything. Everything we eat is processed food. So be really specific when you make your rules, okay? Limit social media time to 2 hours. That's a really easy one to track and to say, yes, I did, or no, I did not, okay? So there you go, guys. That's basically what we're going to do for 20 days. I am so excited to bring you guys along. And within the community group, I am going to be checking in with you guys every single day, okay, for 20 days. Yes, it will be a lot. Guess what? I want to give time to myself right now. This is my time. I want to pour into my bucket, okay? Um, and maybe the best part, which I haven't mentioned yet, is right now you can do this for free. So we just dropped a free trial, a 14-day free trial. You can sign up from now until next Friday, and then we're closing that offer, and you get access to Your Way Weight Loss for free. So you can start this 20-day reset with us for free. Okay, I'm going to put the link in the show notes. Please send me a DM on Instagram if you have any questions about the 20-day reset, about the free trial. But if you are feeling like you're ready to pour into yourself, you just need that little boost. You want to reconnect, you want to kickstart some fall goals. This is exactly what you need to get you there, and an amazing community to support you along the way. Okay, everyone, I hope you guys have an incredible long weekend and you can take some time to enjoy time with family and friends. Bye.